Hi everybody, I'm Christian and this is Pico-8 Hero. And yeah, we're doing our Breakout tutorial. We're doing Breakout tutorial in the wonderful Pico-8 programming environment. So we are in the middle of tweaking particles, and it's the best. I love it. And as you can see on the last episode, I was a bit kind of distracted. I was thinking a lot of things. We were trying to make those bricks. They're kind of like really nice, exploding into particles. I love this. But something I don't like about them, they're really static. They're not really moving at all. And I have something interesting here. Level setup is something I have put down here. So I was really thinking about at the end of the episodes is maybe because we're gonna maybe bring this in right now. Level setup. What is level setup? Well, basically the idea here is that when you start a game, let me show you what I mean here. When I start a game, everything just is there, right? And that's fine, but maybe I want everything to just fly in from somewhere, you know, make things a bit more interesting. So I'm thinking maybe doing this right now. If we add all the functionality to make the bricks move, you know, when they appear, then maybe we have all the tools we need to make the bricks animate correctly when they've been hit by a ball. So let us try to do this part first, and then we can see about making the bouncing also work, the bumping, I mean. Good. So actually we pretty much have all that we need, to be honest, when it comes down to where is it? When it comes down to flying the bricks flying in, because what we have is this offset X and offset Y, right? And these are things that we add to the actual position of the bricks when we display the brick. So technically, if we make them start very, very far above, away from the screen, they will fly in, and we should see them. So let me just try it, how it looks, like -64 on the Y. And you can see that they're flying in, right? Because we have like this function bump that makes them return to the position. There's a function that reduces the offset to 0, and that function makes them kind of like fly in here. But you can see that they're flying in like in this very like linear fashion. Also, they're moving sideways, and that's of course because the X offset is also being controlled here, and also we're gonna add some fun to this. Let's do it like this. But they're still shaking. So all this shaking, all this stuff is something I want to deal with right now. So actually I'm gonna do, it's very difficult that I have dx and bx, but I'm gonna add a speed to it as well. I think that's a good idea. Dx, dy. I think this is a good idea. So now the particle not only has an offset, but also like a speed at which it's moving. I think this might be important for us to do like some really nice animations. Not the particle, the brick. Did I say particle? I think I said particle. So rebound bricks. Let's not call it rebound bricks, but animate bricks. I think this is more apt to what we're actually doing here. And so then when we here we can do animate bricks now, not rebound bricks. So this is something we're gonna remove. And we're gonna go like b dot ox equals b plus equals B.OX. No, dx, there we go. So now the brick is moving across to its speed. It will now move depending on its speed. Now if we launch this, we're of course gonna get a very awkward situation where the bricks never appear. Because of course they're not moving. So something we can do now is we're gonna make them move down, and then you're gonna see that they will come in from the top and then will disappear forever. So what we want to do now is we want to actually make the brick at like follow its destination, so to speak. Yeah. So we're gonna go like if. Okay. How are we gonna do this? B.dx plus equals. B or minus actually B. So if there is an offset here, we're gonna change the speed so the offset gets smaller. It's kind of like a very similar thing that we had previously actually. Like this, something like this, like this. Let's try this. I don't know what's happening, but I love it. Oh my, what happened there? Let's divide it by 4. Let's divide it by 40. Yeah. Right. We need some kind of damping to be happening. Yeah, so now the bricks will kind of like accelerate in one direction. And but once they're past some how are we going to do this? We need some kind of dampening. Yeah, so we're gonna go like B.dx So we're now trying to find a way, because right now our bricks are remembering their speed and they're trying to reduce the speed as quickly down to 0. But in doing so, they overshoot kind of. And then like returning, like breaking, it takes them as much time as it took them like from the beginning. You get like this bouncing effect, basically, that's what you're seeing right now. They have never an opportunity to, as they're approaching 0, they should be slowing down. But they're not. They kind of like still accelerate and accelerate past 0 and then overshoot. So what we do is we want to make sure that when they are close to 0, they're actually slowing down. So we're going to go like something like B.dx equals mid we want to make sure that we never the dx is never gets bigger than the ox, so we never get a situation where we're overshooting. Okay, I know. how are we going to do this? Okay, so because we have to also deal with negative values, so I'm actually thinking about this. How are we going to do this? If you guys have any good ideas, let me know. Okay, but we can do something like this. We have ABS, right? We have ABS? Yeah, ABS. So if the absolute value of dx is greater than the absolute value of OX. So if we're moving faster than we are away from the from our destination, then we're just going to slow down. Easy like this. So we adding dampening here. And same here with Y. Like this. Now maybe dampening is a little bit too harsh. See? That's what we're talking about. There's something I still don't quite like about this. Oh, by the way, so if we bump the bricks now, we can actually make them dx dy. Oops, no, that's wrong. We can actually change their speed, not their offset, which might be better. How does it look like now? Ooh, that's cool. So what if we make it like this? Now it's kind of like tweaking the values. Okay, maybe now the dampening should be stronger. That's nice. But I think we can 24. Oops. Now let's go return to 1212 and make the dampening 1.5. I'm just experimenting with different numbers. So maybe to explain again, this moves our brick depending on the speed that it has, and this changes the speed, so the brick will eventually return down to 0. Now this will make the brick overshoot. So we have like these things here where if the speed of the brick is so strong, so fast that it will reach 0 in the next frame, it slows down. Kind of like dampening, and it's really just now about figuring out the right numbers. So I liked how the brick is now flying away. Maybe this just strength has to be just reduced. Maybe even smaller. that's too small. Oops. I think they need to go faster, so let's go down to 6. I want them to appear, to flash slower when I hit them, so I can see the animation, the full animation of the brick being hit and returning down. Now I'm trying to tweak the animation of when you hit them. I think we can go up to 12. Let's see how 12 looks like. 12 makes them, so this makes them return to 0 in a slower fashion. That's good. I like it. So now the starting point is a bit weird because when I start this, I randomize the starting position, but they all appear kind of like at the same time. Maybe we have to spread them more apart when we launch the game. Let's see. Oops, it's wrong. There is at brick. So maybe 128 and then 128. Let's be really random. Okay, let's go. The Y position is also going to be random. R and D. 10, 20 or so. Let's try. That's good. 64. Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, that's good. Let me see how playing the game works still. Yeah, that's good. And maybe the blinking is too harsh, too long, of course. I'm being really fast here. I'm sorry if you guys are not holding up. Then let me know. So I forgot what the original was. I think 8 was original, but maybe we need 20. Maybe we want to actually see the brick. Ah, that's too much. That's good. Let me hit the brick a bit harder. So this is where we are hitting the brick, shattered brick. Let me go up to 1. I think 1 is better. Maybe 1.2. Yeah. Okay, almost done. So the only thing I want to do now is you realized, might have noticed that the bricks are not like, when they come in, they like they're not really well aligned. So I want to do like a function that makes sure that if they're really close and if they're not moving at all, then we're gonna just set them back to, like, snap them back to their positions where they're supposed to be. So we're gonna go like if if ABS OY, and not ABD, ABS. So if the absolute position of OBY is smaller than 0.5, and dy, and it's not moving very fast, so ABS dy is smaller than 0.25 or so, I don't know, then BOY equals 0, and B point dy also equals 0. And then we're going to copy this for for x as well. Okay, let's see how this works. They should snap. Yeah, they're snapping to the positions now. Okay, one more thing we want to do is all of this should not happen if the brick is not moving. So if dx is not 1, 0, or dy is not 0, or because it could be also not moving but still not be in the right place, so we also have to check for OY offset and OX and OY. Yeah, that's good. So if all of these, if something is not right with the brick, if the brick is not at the right position of it's actually supposed to be moving, then we're going to do something with it. And there's an end missing. I'm going to step through this code one more time in a second. I think they're snapping too much. And I think the dampening is still too strong. So let's go with 4. Three. It's good. So let us stop through the code. So this is animates the bricks. It sees if the brick is goes through all of the bricks. It looks if the brick is visible or if it's maybe flashing. And if that's the case, see if brick is moving. So this, if the brick is moving, then its speed is set to something else than 0, or maybe it's actually not moving, but it's supposed to be moving. Maybe the offset is set to something that is not 0. And if that's the case, then we're going to apply the speed. We're going to apply the speed of the brick to its position or to its offset. Then we're going to change the speed to return to 0. brick wants to go to 0. So whatever offset it has, it wants to destroy that offset, so to speak. Dampening. If the brick is going too fast, so it will overshoot, slow it down. And then snapping. Snap to 0 if close. If brick is almost there where it should be, or if it's almost not moving, then don't mess around with it. Just made it snap to 0. Okay. Again. This is so nice. Okay, juiciness confirmed. Ha! There's one more thing I wanted to add. We're not done with the bricks yet. I'm sorry. This is probably the most important function in the entire game. So I like that we have the level setup already done. That's good. Actually, I wanted to check the level setup. What does it look like if we make? Does it work like this? Yeah, it works like this. Oh, nice. I want to make more bricks. Yeah, that's nice. Maybe moving a little bit too fast. Maybe we are hitting the bricks a little bit too fast. You know, that's kind of like the stuff you have to keep playing the game, keep tweaking stuff. It should feel right. So if it doesn't feel right, then maybe you have to go down to 1. All right, so this is working. And so here's the thing that I want to do next. Right now the particles are tiny, but the bricks, if they explode, they should be like substantial, right? So we should see bigger particles, and that's something I want to do next. I want to do bigger particles, but that's something that we're gonna have to do using sprites and stuff like that. We're gonna have to create sprites. There's different ways of doing this, but I think the best way is doing sprites. All right, guys. So see you next time around. Hope you will join us next time around. Bye bye.